Good morning, everyone. Nice to be with you here on the interwebs today, and look at this frosty morning. Yep, it is totally still winter. You know, it's wonderful to have senses to experience our world with. And, you know, even if you happen to be lacking or missing a sense, it's definitely and obviously still we have the ability to experience the world, and those other senses that we do have kick in a little harder or are more extreme. This is where I limit different senses to allow the other ones a moment to be encouraged. I actually really like the way that frost looks on things. So one of those things I do is I'll close my eyes to do different things, or I'll blindfold myself with it. Oh, there we go. Sense of hearing to kick in a bit better. Maybe allow my sense of taste. If you're eating a meal blindfolded, it's a wonderfully fascinating experience. The key is if you're doing that with other people, to ask them to not describe the food. That way you can have your own authentic experience with it rather than having people clue you into different things or vice versa. I was chatting with my daughter this morning who was experiencing some eye-related things, and let's see, will this work? Anyway, I asked her if she's doing any eye exercises. And I don't know, I think a lot of people maybe don't know about all the different eye exercises that we can do. So, just to be clear on one level, that is to look up and down 3 times. Look left to right 3 times. Diagonals in each direction 3 times. Circles around both ways 3 times. Then clap your hands together, rub them until they're warm, and then take that fleshy part of your palm down here and put that in on your eyeball and hold it there for a few moments. Now if you add to that just like good thoughts and feelings towards your eyeballs working well and seeing well, that's helpful. And you know, they say if you there's that old adage, use it or lose it. I think there's a lot to that, and the notion that, you know, especially if you're on a computer or a screen for a good chunk of your day, that notion that maybe you're not actually giving your eyeballs the attention that they could use to refresh themselves. And, you know, that's just one variant of that. There's also different eye charts out there to help you refresh your sensorial connection with your eyes. And, you know, how many people out there wear glasses? I wore glasses in 4th grade. And I literally spent 4th grade, I was so bored, I would just cross my eyeballs. Yep. And I would read my books cross-eyed. So I'd see 2 perfect versions of the book in there. And then I went to the eye doctor, because, you know, my parents did that for me. And they're like, oh, you have astigmatism, which means one of your eyes is going one way or some other direction. Or both your eyes are doing that. And I thought glasses was cool. So I was like, that's fine. I don't mind. I'll get some glasses. And then in 5th grade, I was like, wait a second. I spent all of 4th grade crossing my eyeballs. And now I got glasses, and the doctor said it's a astigmatism thing. I bet if I focused on pulling my eyeballs apart, that I could correct this. And so, what did I do? Instead of just doing this, all the time I started moving my eyeballs independently of each other. I don't know how well that's coming out on the screen because it's hard to focus on the screen while I'm doing this. Hopefully you got a decent idea of that. And so, you know, we have all this ability to use these different senses and these different muscles that work with our senses to actually improve ourselves. And you know what happened? I went back to the eye doctor and they're like, whoa, your stigmatism is gone. And I was like, okay, I did that. And I've talked about Wim Hof in the past, and personally, I hate cold water. I know that's the point, but seriously, I'm not into it. And just this notion that like our autonomic nervous system, which in its very name says you can't control it, is being shown that you totally can. And so I want to put out the idea that like you can develop your taste buds, you can develop your sensitivity to touch, you can develop all the senses, the hearing, all these things can be developed, and it's by putting in time and energy into it that you develop it. And or you can destroy them, go to loud concerts, your hearing will get messed up. How would you do that for your sense of smell or taste? I'm not exactly sure, but I bet you there's people out there who are either taking things too far or are developing them to the next level. Sommelier is kind of the thing, where they can tell all these nuances to the wine. I'm certain that's true for other food. I find eating wild food to be much more enlivening to my body than cultivated food. And certainly, if you've ever eaten a food out of your own garden compared to what comes out of the grocery store, you know the deal there too. And so there's all these levels of experience that we can and depth in ourselves too, that we can take it to another level. And at the end of these videos I tell you to go have too much fun. And what I'm here to tell you today is it's by developing our senses to those next levels of subtlety that you can really gain new levels of not only appreciation and fun, but just really witnessing life as it is. And I hope after these videos that you actually get out into the world, that you hear the birds chirping away, that you maybe see a fox or a whale, or maybe it's just a tadpole in a stream, whatever it is. I hope that you're actually engaging with the world around you, and that you're taking better care of yourself every day, so that as you get older, you not only, get the fineness of age, but that all your sense and experience increases to the point where you're really living a better life. I think that's the point of it, and we allow too much degradation to take place because it's easier to make money off of us if we're sick and unhealthy and degrading. So let's flip the script, everybody. Let's take all of our senses to the next level. Let's not just take someone else's word for it either. Let's do it ourselves. Put the time and energy in. You are worth it. With that, I want to say thank you for watching these videos. Thanks for subscribing to this channel. I'll be bringing you more and stranger things as time comes. If you're seeing my music moments or my artistic things, I've got some new plans for those based off things I'm hearing in the world. So remember, have too much fun.